Rohingya girls as young as 13 who fled Myanmar in the past 6 months are being trafficked into prostitution in Bangladesh. The undercover team filmed traffickers openly offering the girls for sex in Cox's Bazar, the town's nearest to the refugee camps, where hundreds of thousands of Rohingya Muslims now live. The BBC's Michelle Hussain has the story.
A small city on the Bay of Bengal, where the main business was tourism, is now the hub for aid agencies working in the nearby refugee camps. But alongside the shop fronts, the beachside bars and the hotels of Cox's Bazar, there's an open secret. After hearing repeated stories about children trafficked into prostitution, we went in search of the evidence. One 14-year-old Rohingya girl we met in the camps and whose identity we've protected told me what happened to her as she crossed from Myanmar into Bangladesh.
Women came with a van. They asked me if I'd go with them. Not long after that, in a building in Cox's Bazar, they brought 2 boys to me. They showed me a knife and punched me in my tummy and beat me because I wasn't cooperating. Then the boys raped me. I wasn't willing to have sex, but they kept going.
We heard other accounts from girls of a similar age. A 13-year-old told me she was lured out of the camp by a woman from within the Rohingya community, offering her work. With the desperate conditions the refugees are living in, her family agreed to let her go.
She came to my home. We know her. She said, "You are not being fed properly. Come with me to Cox's Bazar. I will give you a job." When we got there, she put me in a hotel in the morning. By the afternoon, a boy was put in my room. He beat me and raped me. I asked the woman why I should do this. She told me, "If you don't do this, I will kill you."
After only 48 hours on the ground, our team had identified a number of people offering children for sex. This was one of them, not only boasting about his own collection of women and children, but of a network of traffickers, all of whom had more than 10 girls under their control. We had to be careful not to create a demand and asked for girls who were immediately available. We were offered these 3 and told they were all Rohingyas aged between 13 and 17. We went to the police and told them what we had found. They agreed to conduct an operation that same evening. Our undercover investigator posed as a client who wanted to have sex with children and arranged with the trafficker for the delivery of 2 young girls to a hotel.
To bring your girls down here.
But as we waited, the trafficker sent a scout.
8 o'clock, red hoodie.
He asked our investigator to go with him,
What's that?
but we needed the trafficker to come to us.
All right, he's on his way with the girls.
He appeared to change his mind.
Here we go. Here we go. We're here.
But when the girls arrived, it was a driver who was with them and who collected the money.
How's it going? Siddiqui. 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 2 for you. Ask them, can they, if tonight's good, can they get more?
We handed over around £140.
Okay.
As soon as the deal was done, the police moved in.
Come on, girls. Hey, come here.
The girls were 2 of those we'd seen in the photograph.
Here, come on. Hey.
As they were taken aside and into safety, they told us they were 15 and 21 and that their families depended on the money they made from sex work. What the 2 girls told me here tonight reveals so much about how they and others like them get trapped in the sex industry in Cox's Bazar. They've never been to school and have no idea how they would support themselves without this work. And with the arrival of so many refugees in the nearby camps, there are even more vulnerable young people for the traffickers to prey upon. Childcare professionals and trafficking experts helped us to arrange care for the girls afterwards. The younger one went into the care of social services, but the 21-year-old refused. We handed over all the information we had to the police. But the trafficker is still at large, part of an established network that puts children into sex work here, and as our investigation found, also sends them further afield to India and Nepal. Now the presence of a large refugee population, including many unaccompanied children, is providing easy pickings for the traffickers and another danger for the Rohingya people. Mishal Hussain, BBC News, Bangladesh.
Now, the northern white rhino is a species